Hey everyone, this is Mike, and today I thought I'd take some time to talk about the upcoming content that you can expect on this channel as well as on my Twitch channel, because I do have a Twitch, so go follow me over there if you want to see me live from time to time. Now, of course, 5.2 is right around the corner, so there's going to be a lot of time that I'm going to be investing in playing that one, not only doing the raid, but a bunch of other stuff as well. Now, the main difference from last time to this patch is that in 5.0, holy shit, the wind's blowing really hard, hope you can't hear that. But in 5.0 I went hardcore with my team back then, meaning that we cleared the tier very quickly, and also meaning that I could put out the videos, not only the POVs but also the guide, very fast as well. Now this time around we're going to be doing a more semi-hardcore schedule, meaning that it will probably take us a few more days in order to clear the tier. I still expect us to clear it on week 1, but it will probably take a little bit longer. Now because of that, the guide to the Savage is also going to be taking a little bit longer, so I thought instead of just doing it in one big video like I did for 5.0, I'm going to most likely be separating it in 4 different videos, talking about each fight specifically in in its own specific video. Can't get out of my words at the moment. But yeah, so that's kind of like the main difference that there's going to be. Like, it's going to take a little bit longer. POVs will still be there, of course, so you can take a look at those, and then the guides will most likely be fight specific guides rather than just one big guide for the whole Savage tier. Now, if you've never watched any of my guides before, I do things a little bit different from most other people, I think, and that is that I like to provide more of a walkthrough of a fight rather than an actual guide, because I don't believe in copy-pasting stuff that other people are doing. I'd rather have you learn the fight and understand the mechanics so that you can adapt to them when different strategies come out, because of course week 1 clears and stuff like that will never have the most optimal strategies in order to clear mechanics. They're there for people to just make it through the fight, and they might still use that towards the end of like their farming like stage as well, I guess you could say. But when you go, for example, into PF, or when you're doing speed kills, log runs, that kind of stuff, strategies will change, and PF will most likely adapt a different strategy than what I will be doing in my first week clear or something like that. So that's why I like to just explain the mechanics, how they work and how we handle them, but also maybe provide some alternatives of what else you could do to handle the mechanics as well. So don't use my videos as like an actual guide, use them more as a guideline of how you could maybe improve upon my strategies as well, of course, because they will definitely not be the best. But that's kind of like on the guide side of things. So don't expect one big video at like day 3 or day 4 where I go over all of the fights, but expect more like a POV to come out every single day, and then maybe alongside that POV there might also be a guide for said fight, because since we are going to be doing most of our stuff in the afternoon or towards the evening really, I'm going to be having an afternoon where I can spend some time on making a walkthrough of said fight. So you can expect those things. Other than that, on the Twitch side of things, I am of course going to be streaming every single evening that we are going to be raiding. Kind of depends on how quickly we kill it, of course. Say we kill it by day 4 or something like that, then 5 and 6 might not have a stream. It depends kind of what we end up doing. But yeah, that's kind of for Twitch. I am also going to be spending most of my first day crafting stuff, so I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be streaming all of that just yet, because I don't think you watching me just like craft and fly around the place for gathering materials and stuff is that interesting. Although I probably will, because we're going to be doing normal raid in the morning, or as soon as servers goes up, then we eat, and then me and some friends are going to be doing crafted gear so that we're ready for Savage in the afternoon or in the evening. So that's kind of what we're planning to do for day 1. From there on out, it's mainly just going to be raiding in the evening, and then we'll do some other stuff during the day, like maybe more crafting and stuff like that, which this time around I was planning on doing this back in 5.1 when they changed crafting, but they're going to change it again. So I'm going to be doing some kind of like a introduction guide to crafting and that kind of stuff for people that maybe want to get into crafting but are not quite sure about how to go about things just yet, or at least go over the changes that have come to crafting, because I wanted to do it back in 5.1, but since they said there was going to be more changes in 5.2, I was like, okay, I'll hold off on that. So this is something that you can also expect later down the line. Maybe on day 1, when I figure out some macros or stuff like that to craft the new crafted gear, I might post them on the channel as well. We'll have to wait and see about that. Let me know if you're interested in crafting and gathering stuff and stuff like that, whether or not macros would be useful for making your own gear, because if you're a crafter and you want to make some good money, make that crafted gear day one, because a lot of hardcore raiders will be after that gear. I of course am going to be crafting for myself and maybe help out some people on my team as well if they need some extra gear, because that is my priority, of course. So basically day one, don't expect too much on the Twitch side of things. It's mainly going to be just like unlocking normal mode to unlock Savage, and then basically just be going on a crafting spree to make sure I got my gear ready for the evening. And if I don't have everything crafted yet, then the next day will be spent doing that as well. But for the most part, like, it only takes a little bit to get one set of gear crafted, so it shouldn't be too bad. And then of course on the YouTube side of things, it's mainly going to be Savage focused. Once we are done with Savage, we're probably going to hop into Extreme as well. Maybe if I have some more time in between raiding and doing some other stuff, I'll just hop into Party Finder with a couple of friends that took some time off of work and stuff like that for the new patch as well. So I'll have to wait and see about that. Maybe the Extreme POV will be out relatively quick with a guide as well, or maybe it'll take towards the end of the week or start of next week or something like that. Depends on how fast we clear Savage and whether or not people are interested in doing the Extreme Primal with me as well. But that's pretty much that. That's what you can kind of expect on the channel and on Twitch. Twitch is mainly going to be streaming in the evening for the raiding side of things. I do like to stream all of my prog, and it would be fun if other people would come along as well, because it's always a good time. And then of course on YouTube, we're going to be seeing mainly POVs of the new fights, and then also see the guides come out as we progress through the fights as well. This time around, no tank POVs, because I'm going to be playing caster. As I said before, I'm going to be playing black mage, most likely play red mage or summoner for prog. Kind of depends on what my ninja wants to do, because I'm not quite sure if he wanted to play summoner or ninja. If he does play summoner, I'm going black mage. If he goes ninja, I'm most likely going red mage or summoner, because I do think a caster that has a res available to it is pretty valuable for proc, so might have to brush up on that a little bit as well. But that's pretty much gonna be it for me. That's what you can expect on the content side of things for both YouTube and Twitch. And yeah, let me know what you think about the videos for the guide. Would you rather see one video for every single fight, or would you rather have all of the fights together in one big video like I did for the previous raid tier? So that's gonna be it for me. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.